much. I've never heard it phrased that way before. Hello, everybody. My name is Corey Vidal, and because my background is from YouTube, I'm not going to approach this talk in a way that is what I call top-down media. Now, top-down media is film, television, radio, where the content is created and you as a consumer watch or listen or view. Because of my experiences with YouTube, I find that things tend to be a two-way street, and so why would I speak at a TEDx event in a one-way form? I would much rather engage all of you here directly in conversation. So before I get started today, let me see if I can get this thing to work. I've never used a slide before in my life. I would actually like you guys to shout out. I know you guys have been kind of quiet and aptly paying attention. But I'm going to talk about YouTube, and YouTube is pretty much known for its viral videos and then its fail videos and cats. So with that in mind, what are some viral videos that got a lot of views that you guys are a fan of? Gangnam Style? What was that? Keyboard Cat. Is everybody seeing that? Double Rainbow all the way across the sky. What else? David After Dentist. Nyan Cat. That's a good one. Any others? Charlie Bit Me. Charlie Bit My Finger. Charlie the Unicorn. Charlie is so cool. Like, if your name is Charlie, you're going to do really well on YouTube. What else? Gangnam Style. The most recent viral video. Who remembers this? Can we get this to play? I think this is my outdated slideshow. There we go. Thank you. We're not going to watch the whole thing.
Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. A baby born will die before the same chocolate rain.
For the person who called out Double Rainbow, this is by the creators of Double Rainbow, Shmo Yoho and Auto-Tune the News.
Obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, cause they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess, we're looking for you, we gon' find you, we gon' find you, so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that, homeboy, homeboy.
So to my knowledge, I've been lucky enough to actually meet Auto-Tune the News before. They never found the bed intruder. But maybe if that video gets popular enough, one day they will be found. So now, as was mentioned before, I have been lucky enough to make a viral video, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's luck and not any form of talent, more just being in the right place at the right time. But what a lot of people don't know is how that video affected my life both before and after. I think my story is somewhat interesting, if I say so myself, and I have my own version of taking on the world, where I firmly believe in the depths of my soul that YouTube saved my life. You don't really hear that a lot. You hear that YouTube is a place of comedy, mostly. People go on YouTube to laugh, not to cry. People go on YouTube to watch a really short video and be entertained. But my story started in 2004, before YouTube even existed, before social media existed. I was in grade 12 at high school, E.L. Crosley Secondary School, and I finally discovered what I thought I wanted to do with my life, and that was make videos. It was kind of great knowing what I wanted to do in grade 12 because not everybody gets that opportunity. Some people never know what they want to do, and that's fine, but I made videos with my friends, and we made a video called Ring Wars Reloaded, which was a Star Wars fan film, and it combined Star Wars, The Matrix, and Lord of the Rings. We spent 10 months working on the video. We thought it was going to be 5 minutes and turned out to be almost an hour long. And then we ended up playing it in front of the school at an event somewhat similar to this, where the school bought out and watched the video. That really kind of ignited my passion for filmmaking, but unfortunately, I couldn't afford to go to any post-secondary education, and so I didn't. And in 2005, I took a year off school and worked at Tim Hortons. While I was doing that, minding my own business at the age of 20, on February 14th, 2005, YouTube.com was registered. That is Valentine's Day. Not sure what Steve Chen was doing that day, obviously not out on a date. He decided to register YouTube.com, and on April 23rd, while the site was still in beta, the first YouTube video ever was uploaded. It's called Me at the Zoo. Not that long later, still in their first year, on November 7th, YouTube received $3.5 million from Sequoia Capital, and on December 14th, YouTube launched. Now let me back up. On December 2005, when YouTube launched, YouTube received 8 million video views a day across the website. In 2006, I was lucky enough to go into business with my father. He saw that I had a passion for filmmaking, and so him and I decided to start a video production company together. We were going to film weddings, and because we didn't have any type of professional video experience, we filmed all of our first weddings for free, but it did allow me to get my hands on a camera. And so my father really supported me in that way, and we started working. While I was doing that, and again minding my own business, in 2006 by July, YouTube was receiving 100 million video views a day, basically just over a year after they had started. In November of 2006, Google purchased YouTube for $1.65 billion. Just before that, the slide that I skipped over because I forgot what I was going to say, but then I remembered, I registered my YouTube account in August of 2006, just before Google bought them, and I uploaded my very first YouTube video on accident, not to share with the public, not so that anybody would see it, but I uploaded it to send to a friend. I filled out all of the metadata, the title, the description, the tags, and I uploaded it to send to him. There was no easier way of sending it, so I created my account, uploaded the video, he was my first view, and I went to bed. When I woke up in the morning, I had 500 views. Couldn't believe it, not sure why. The video wasn't viral by any means. It was me dancing in my parents' basement. However, there was some really great comments like, you're great, keep dancing, and there were some not so great comments saying, you suck or go kill yourself. And so I listened to the more positive comments, and I continued to make YouTube videos. I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. So in 2007, I finally started pursuing YouTube while working with my father. I thought, hey, this is a really cool website. I never anticipated that a stranger would want to see my videos. That wasn't a part of the plan. I made videos for my peers, for my friends, for my family. Never thought that, well, you know, a random person on the internet from anywhere in the world would care about what I have to say. But people were interested. The comments were positive. They said make more, and so I decided to make more. In May of 2007, less than a year after I had joined the site, I had a total of 1 million video views across my 40 videos. Most of them were me dancing in my parents' basement. Some of them were me talking or playing guitar and singing. It was kind of just an eclectic overview of my hobbies. Also in 2007, a number of really important things happened. On May 3rd, YouTube announced that partners, YouTubers who were really, really popular, would join the partnership program, and YouTube would allow them to make money off of their videos. In November 8th of 2007, YouTube Canada launched so that they could bring all of Google and YouTube's features and localize it to Canada. There was a time where if you went to youtube.com, it actually forwarded you to ca.youtube.com. It doesn't do that anymore, but all of the content on the front page was specifically made for Canadians. On December 10th, the partner program formalized and brought itself to Canada, and on December 14th, I became Canada's first YouTube partner, or on the very first day of YouTube partnership program. So I thought, great, now I can monetize my content. Now I'm going to go be rich. I'm going to go take on the world. I'm going to go be a millionaire. And in my very first month of making YouTube videos, I made $3.24. It's not laughable. The next month, I more than doubled it, more than tripled it. I made $12.83 in January of 2008. Good. I have to tell my story in order now. Normally, I don't. So now I'm going to shut off the years and talk to you guys not about YouTube, but connect it to everything that has happened. Because YouTube, the people working there, are going off and doing their own thing. Google acquires them. I'm making videos, but I had started the video company with my father. Because of the relationship that we had and because of the amount of hard work and money that he was putting into the company, he didn't want me to focus on YouTube. He found that YouTube was a distraction, and I was too interested in making my own videos and not interested enough in helping the company, especially when he started the company to help me. So I can understand his point of view now that I was an ungrateful young adult. But at the time, I was very frustrated because I'm saying, Dad, you don't understand. This could go somewhere. And he goes, well, you made $3 and however many cents. Doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. And I said, well, I want to pursue YouTube. I want to give this a shot. I am able to make money. You know, I really want to pursue this. And he told me, no. That's okay. We didn't see eye to eye. But the problem is that we live together and we work together. And I'm not going to get into too many details, but with that in mind, my father and I got into, you could call it a disagreement. You could call it not seeing it eye to eye. You could call it a confrontation. But in June of 2008, I found myself with nowhere to live. You could say that I moved out. You could say that I was kicked out. The truth is that it was both. But I hadn't been making any money, you know, the few dollars that I was making off of YouTube. And I ended up with all of my clothes in a garbage bag and actually had nowhere to live. Now, I bummed around on a couple friends' couches, but I couldn't afford food. I couldn't afford a cell phone. And at one point, I even ended up in a homeless shelter in St. Catharines. I ended up being homeless for about 4 months, stayed with various friends, said, you know, one day I'll try to pay you back if I ever make any money. The problem was finding a job. See, you need a resume, and to have a resume, you need to print it. So I would go to the library, but they would want 10 cents to be able to print the papers. I didn't have 10 cents. I found myself actually crying in the Hamilton Library, and the librarian took pity on me and let me print my resume, which had no phone number on it because I didn't have a phone. So I put my email on it, and then I ended up applying for welfare. It was a pretty tough period in my life, one I didn't see coming. After 4 months of being homeless, I was very fortunate enough that I had a friend who had his own company, and a client gave him $1,000, which he gave to me to design him a website. So I took that $1,000, got a place, paid first month's, last month's rent, and I had $200 left over. So I spent $100 on furniture, aka an air mattress, and another $100 on food. This was in September and October of 2008. Then at the end of October 2008, while with nowhere to live, basically, with no food, no cell phone, no anything, I made a video called Star Wars John Williams is the Man A Capella, which I put up October 27th, 2008. I shot it on a webcam. It took me about 4 hours. I did it totally by myself, and there I am featured on YouTube Canada's homepage November 3rd. I was actually, I guess, wise enough to take this screenshot, which I found recently in preparation for this presentation. That was YouTube Canada's localized homepage, so it was only featured in Canada, but then 3 days later they featured me again worldwide. That day, November 6th, 2008, the video received about 600,000 views. Just that day. In the first 30 days, it received 2.5 million views, and I received calls from NBCUniversal, MTV, HBO, City TV, CTV, CNN, and very quickly I was thrown into some type of international spotlight. The thing is, they didn't know I couldn't afford food. They didn't know that I didn't have a cell phone. They didn't know that I was sleeping on an air mattress in an empty room. December 7th, 2008 was my birthday. I turned 22, and on my birthday, December 7th, I got nominated for the 35th Annual People's Choice Awards on CBS. They didn't know that I had nowhere to live. They didn't know that I didn't have a cell phone and that I still could not afford food. Here I am on the People's Choice Awards website. Here I am at the People's Choice Awards. And there's a photo that I took from my seat. The whole point is that nobody knew. I kept it a secret. However, because I was featured on YouTube and my channel was monetized, that month, November 2008, I made $10,000 off of YouTube. Just YouTube alone. Then I made an additional $50,000 from NBC purchasing the rights to air it as a television commercial in Italy. In 2009 and 2010, I quit the job I didn't have and became a full-time YouTuber. I ended up making a considerable amount of money that year, enough to live off of, enough to pay my bills, enough to buy a car, enough to buy a computer, enough to travel, and I spent most of that time in Los Angeles, meeting other YouTubers who do what I do. For those of you who spend time on YouTube, you'll probably know of other full-time YouTubers. You're probably subscribed to them. And in 2009 and 2010, I was very grateful. I loved life. I got to do what I wanted to do for a living because of one viral video. In October of 2009, back to YouTube, YouTube then received 1 billion video views a day, which is a considerable number, but then they doubled it in May of 2010. It received 2 billion video views a day. In 2011, January 1st, I realized that I had spent 2009 and 2010 focusing on me, making videos for myself, and I loved what I did so much that I wanted to share it with my friends and family, so I started a company called ApprenticeA Productions. Some of the staff members are actually here today. All of 2011, 2012, we have worked together. There are now 10 of us full-time, all living off of what we make off of YouTube. ApprenticeA actually owns 10 channels, the main channel being my original YouTube channel, and 9 other offshoot channels. And all 10 of us are able to pursue YouTube full-time. Some people quit their jobs, some people dropped out of school, and we get to do what we want for a living. Today I'm speaking in front of you as a guy who a couple years ago was homeless. I didn't go to any post-secondary education. I had no formal training. I Googled things, and my most popular video with 17.5 million views, I shot with a $50 webcam in a basement by myself. Today I'm working with my friends to make videos, and we have much better gear, but in all of our hard work and in all of the gear that we have still never made a video that viral. So the point is that anyone from anywhere in the world could have done that. I could have done that in Canada. I could have done that anywhere else. All I needed was a webcam. Today, YouTube receives 4 billion video views a day. That's 72 hours of video uploaded every 60 seconds. To put that in perspective, that's 4,320 days of video uploaded every 24 hours. That's 12 years of video uploaded every day. I actually checked, and during this 18-minute TED Talk, and I have about 40 seconds left, there were 57 days of video uploaded to YouTube. And it's only going to get more. You can do what you want from anywhere. You can learn anything that you want to. It's cheesy to say, but follow your dreams. Now, I did keep secret my YouTube story until 2010, when YouTube actually asked me to make a video sharing the story that I'm sharing with you now. But now I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. In fact, I'm proud of it. In fact, I'm sharing it with you right now. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm proud of it. Because, as they say in Fight Club, it's only when you're free to lose everything that you can do anything. And now I make Star Wars videos for a living. And I'm speaking here with you guys. As I started, when I started speaking, YouTube is a two-way conversation. Anybody can go from making a video to living videos, to living YouTube. Anybody can go from commenting to viewing to uploading. It is a fair platform for the first time in history. Don't be deterred by the statistics, because it's only going to get worse, right? You saw the trajectory. 5 years from now, it's going to be worse. 10 years from now, it's going to be worse. So get started now. Thank you guys for listening.